Easy, girl, easy. Ah. There's more in there. Felt them. Where is that head? Don't throw that head back. Not quite ready for that, are you? Yep. Are you gonna make it? This little lamb needs some help. This is the one I just pulled. And we are going to attempt to tube this thing and get some food in it. Now I pull the plunger almost all the way out. And then let's see if we can get this tube down its throat. Will you even try? Huh? Will you even try? What you gotta be careful of, I know I don't have it positioned very good, but getting that tube in the lungs. We don't want to do that. Let's get you up here a little better. All right, it's kind of chewing on the tube, swallowing it. And now I'm gonna pull the plunger, and we're just gonna let this gravity feed in there. Try to hold the little one in the right position here. I'm kind of out of position. Now, I'll stick the plunger back in, just barely. Don't push air in. And then gently pull this back out. Get the lamb taken care of, and I'll explain it. Now, the reason I stick the plunger back in there, just barely, just enough to seal it, and then pull this out, is I don't want any liquid that might be left in here to get over into the lungs as I'm pulling this out gently. When you do this, don't use the plunger to push the colostrum in. Just let it gravity feed. If it won't gravity feed in there, you're not in the right spot. So cap it off, pull it out, start over, something. But make sure you've got it in there. Double check that the lamb is breathing okay while you do this, and you're not getting any air bubbles or anything back into your syringe. That's an indication that you've actually got this in the lungs, not into the stomach where it needs to be. Now, I still don't know if this lamb's gonna make it or not, but at least it's got a little something. It's not even hardly attempting to get up. Maybe that'll give it enough energy to get up and start nursing. I guess we'll wait and see. Well, I can honestly say I did not expect to find this. I didn't think that little lamb would make it. Good deal. Well, since this lamb is up and active and made it, and she's not really wanting to accept that other lamb real well, she's gonna have to go on the head gate. I got all the afterbirth and everything on that lamb, hoping she would take it. And by doing that, I can't put it back with its mother. She won't take it now either. So it looks like a head gate is the only option. The head gate has to go in this pin. It goes in that corner. That's where I've got the brackets to put it in. So this ewe has got triplets, but she's doing good with them. So I guess for now I'm gonna leave them with her. This is the ewe that had triplets that I'm fostering one over onto the other ewe. So I think my plan is I'm gonna turn these lambs out in the field, probably those lambs, and I may turn those out. I'm gonna keep this ewe in here probably for another day. These lambs were just born this morning, so we'll make sure they get off to a good start. Then I'll have room to shuffle around, get my head gate set up, and get this show on the road. Well, she is actually letting both of them nurse. I don't know if she's really figured it out. But the little lamb has figured it out. Now the ewe with the triplets that was in this pen, I had to move over because this is the pen that has the brackets to set up my head gate. I'm gonna bring that other ewe in, put her in the head gate, and I think she's gonna take that other lamb just fine. She's already kinda takes it, but I think a day or two in the head gate would do them both some good. Come on. Oh, well, no. Come on.
I can't get over to you because you blocked me off.
You can close that if you want.
What?
You can close that if you want.
I'm making on top of this.
Be sure to close that door.
Okay.
Yeah, go on in there. I got your lamb in there for you.
Why do you have a head gate? What's that for? What's the head gate for?
Well, that makes her stand still.
Why can't I make her stand still?
Now, some people might think this seems a little cruel, but it's really not. She can stand up, she can lay down, she'll have feed and water in there. The lambs can nurse. Now, I've actually got her lamb inside the head gate right now just because it made it easier for her to stick her head in the head gate, and then I could clamp her in there.
It's recording.
Okay, little. Okay. There you go.
Okay, it's feeling nice.
Well, little lamb, you better get in there with your new mama. Now she's probably gonna fight it a little bit at first, but she'll calm down. I'll get her some hay in there. I'll put some water in there for her. I'm gonna tell you, I am surprised at that little lamb. I had really given that thing up for dead, but it gets in there and fights now. Now, I did give that lamb a shot of vitamin B. I gave it an ounce of colostrum powder that I mixed up, had it warmed up, and it was in good shape. I still didn't think it would make it, and I'm really surprised that it did. This will really take the load off that other ewe to have this one raise the twins, and now the other one only has to raise twins. Now, I did want to take a minute and explain pulling that triplet and putting on this ewe and why I pulled the triplet that I did. A lot of times people want to pull the one that's weak, the small one. That's the one they try to put on something else. That's the one they try to bottle feed, things like that. I think you're a lot better off to pull the biggest, strongest lamb and then put it on the bottle if that's what you're going to do, or try to put it on another ewe. That way you've got something that's got a little fight in it. It's got a little size to it. It can handle not getting fed right away, because like this lamb that I pulled is a ram lamb. The set of triplets was actually 2 ewes and a ram. So I pulled the ram lamb, and he's about, I think, 2 days old. So he's going to get in there and fight. When he gets hungry, he'll get something to eat. So that's how I decide which one I'm going to pull to put on another ewe or to put on a bottle. I want to pull the one that's got the best chance of surviving, the best chance of fostering onto a ewe. And the two smaller ones that are left on the other ewe, they will do fine now since they only have 2 lambs sucking the milk down instead of 3. Looks like this might be a success story. This ewe I had a really hard time getting her lambs pulled. This lamb over here, I really didn't think it was going to make it. If you saw the, well, I don't know if it was earlier in this video, or if you saw in the last video, I really had just about given up on that lamb making it. And it turned around and did okay. And I pulled a triplet to put on her. And now she has spent some time in this head gate. But she seems to be just fine with that triplet. That's also the one I had to give the enema to. I'm not sure if that video is out yet or not, but if not, it'll be coming soon. Might be part of this video, just kind of depends on how everything goes. But that is definitely a success story. I'm not going to turn that ewe out into the pasture just yet. Her lambs are plenty old enough. She seems to be doing good, but since this was a issue of, since this was an instance of fostering a lamb onto her, I like to keep her here where I can keep a little closer eye on her and make sure she's doing good with this lamb for a couple of days. And then I can put her in a bigger pen, probably, and eventually turn her out with the rest of the lambs.